Hello and welcome to Weekly MTG. I'm your host, Blake Rasmussen, and we have a pretty easy breezy show today. We're just going to be playing Final Fantasy on Magic the Gathering Arena because today is the digital release of this highly anticipated set. So we're going to join in and do what everyone else is doing, what you might be doing right now while you're watching this stream. We're just going to play some Limited on Final Fantasy and hang out, talk about it, answer what questions we have, and go from there. So we'll flip to looking at the arena screen. If you're logging on, you can find Final Fantasy Limited right up here where it's got all your options. We're going to do maybe some sealed in a bit, but I had already jumped on for a draft this morning because why not? I'm 1-1 even. So I started out with a red-white equipment deck. That's going to go in the right picture. All right. So I started out with a first pick of Adelbert and kind of went from there and got a bunch of equipment. I've only got one weapons vendor to let me easily equip some of this stuff. I did get 6 Magitech infantry. I ended up only playing 4, but kind of seeing how they play out. I passed 2 of them. Could have had 8 Magitech infantry. We're not doing that, but we'll play a little bit of this. It seems pretty typical of the red-white equipment deck. Not super high-powered, pretty run-of-the-mill normal stuff. So I'll play a little bit of this, and we'll go from there. I do not have a count on how many golden Chocobo cards have been hit. It's not something we tend to track internally. Sure, why not? It's a decent aggressive start, although now we're running out of, we need to hit some lands. Yeah, White Mage's Staff. We will also have we'll have multiple White Mage's Stabs. I'm willing to trade the infantry because I got another one to start up that chain. They're not. Cool. I thought we were supposed to be getting some sort of Lorwyn set this year. It's not happening. So we do have a Lorwyn set coming up. It is not this year. So I think we're going to attack here. I mean, this can block it, but that's fine. Yep. That is okay. And then we'll just pass to grab another infantry. Okay. We're not in a good position. We are not winning this game. Let's see. How can we change that? Barrett Wallace actually will be a pretty good hit here. So I think what we're going to do is drop another infantry. And get a Monk's Fist out. We can't attack, but we can at least sit behind my wall of infantry. So yeah, if you want more information about upcoming releases, MagicCon Las Vegas is going to have some of that information. Yep, Gale the Cat. This is just going to kill me. I need to get Barrett down, and even then, Barrett would only trade here. So we'll find out. Let's see what Barrett can do, if anything. If they attack, I will block. I don't necessarily expect that to go well. But I don't have any, oh no, let's see. Yep. tap target attacking creature. Okay, I thought that tapped for some reason. So that's fine. And that is actively good. So we're gonna wait. Yeah. Okay. I mean, because they've still got this 4/4. I don't have good attacks, but I can. If they don't attack, I'll Thunder Magic this at end of turn. If they do attack, I'll block and wait to see if there's a trick. I'm happy to trade. Also forgot I've got another Magitech Infantry to fetch out. And I might need to kill this instead, because if this gets equipped, I think I've got it, because if they equip White Mage's Staff to this, I cannot block it. So, yep. Pick this tier and hope that resolves. Could we have any info on the 2026 Magic sets or not yet? Not yet. Coming. They're coming. Okay. So, this is going to be pretty good taking that, but I think we want to wait. So I think, I mean, Warrior Sword makes a creature big enough to attack. No attacks yet, but we're trying to set up a turn that is at least advantageous to us. Not currently there. Because what we'll do is we'll Zidane, make Gaelic Cat. I think it's a time to attack. Yeah, I think we attack here now. I'm happy trading that with a couple of the tokens or the armor. Sure. And then I will fish out my 4th infantry. I don't think White Mage's Staff does anything in particular here. Right now, Barrett domes him for 2. Mic volume is extremely low. We got a crack team on that. Crack team. Okay, so the question is, so that Gale Cat messes with my plans a bit. I think instead what we do, we equip here. And then get in there. See, this is where having Weaponsmith or any kind of card that let me snap on the equipment would be incredibly helpful. And that's why I think this version of red-white equipment is fine. I don't have enough ways to cheat on equip costs. Sure. We'll drop a White Mage's Staff. Alright, well, that's fine. I'd rather that resolve, but that's ultimately, I'd rather have that countered than like Zidane. And that's bad. Alright, sometimes these effects can untap your own creatures. That is not the case here. So we are officially in trouble unless I can kill those or untap Barrett in some way or deal it damage. I like the cat. Sure. Might as well gain a little bit more life to try to insulate myself, but we're in pretty rough shape here even with this life boost. Why do you limit the Final Fantasy secret layers? Why not on demand like the last years? We've been doing this this print run methodology for a while now, and a lot of it has to do with shipping and logistics. We've put out a few communications on why we've moved to this method. And so you can always refer to those. But yeah, I don't have any. I understand it's frustrating when demand outstrips availability. But the reasons haven't changed. No, it's not to say things can't go better, but alright, this isn't going to do it. We are dead. So that's a pretty... I'm going to do one more with this deck. Win or lose, we will... So, yeah, with the secret layers, by keeping the quantity set, it does a couple things. One, it enables fast shipping. Two, we've only got so much capacity at our printers, and this hand is awful. And so being able to schedule and plan that out is important. When it is print to demand, there is essentially an open timeline on printing at our printers, which is increasingly hard to do as we do more secret layer drops and more complex secret layer drops with partnerships and that sort of thing. It's just not feasible to do completely print to demand. We can do it every once in a while, which we do with charity drops, but it's not feasible to do all the time. Alright, so we're going to keep this. One thing I want to point out with this hand, so when you look at Slash of Light, I had read that card as, white gets these sort of deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control, and they're always kind of mediocre. You have to have a pretty specific deck. But Slash of Light specifically is quite good because is better than that because it's every job select equipment is worth 2. Two sages. They're going fast, and I had a... that would have been better a while ago. It's alright, we're going to do this. We're going to attack. I'm happy to double trade. But yeah, doubt they would do that. And then... more than likely Barrett, but I can also play infantry... keep up Slash of Light. I could play infantry and go grab another infantry. This is tapped. Alright, so now the question. So I think what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to do this and hold up grabbing another infantry. If I just play Barrett and it gets and, you know, stuck in another Summoner Sanctum, or bounced, or they have some sort of white removal. That's pretty bad for me. This lets me do a couple things. It lets my Slash of Light get bigger. I get to keep building the board. So I think we're going to keep doing this. Question is, do I go? I'm going, let's see, that is equip 5. I'm just going to keep grabbing infantry for now. Let's see, Yorion has been bugged the last few weeks. Art style cannot be applied in sideboard when using the companion is only 6 cards. I believe the team is aware of that bug. I'm not sure the status, but I am fairly certain they are aware of that. Alright, so now what? Do I Slash of Light anything? No, not yet. So now I'm going to cast Barret. I don't get to go search up another infantry, but I do get to keep up Slash of Light. I'd also like to play that Moogle sometime soon, so I can maybe start attacking through the air. Alright. What's that delivery Moogle going to get? If they attack with that armor, probably just trade with 2 infantry. Cargo ship. Yeah, I'm not super incentivized to do anything yet. Barret having reach is huge. Alright. Yeah, I actually don't mind the land. Now my Cloudbound Moogle can be a 3/4 flyer. Part of the problem with my deck is I also have no way. Each artifact you control. Well, Slash of Light can't do anything about that. That is gross. That is gross. Slash that now. I feel like I'm going to have to anyway. I might as well do it while they're tapped out. Because I want to start attacking with this. 4, 5, alright. So we're going to do that. And start attacking with a Trampling Moogle, and I will go grab another infantry. And then at some point I'll Zidane up some sort of flyer. Alright. Would we ever do a Monster Hunter Universes Beyond set? Is that even possible? Because I would love it if you would do that. That's great feedback. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Tax. Alright, that's fine. I do not know why the Final Fantasy 7 Limit Break Commander deck only has 1 Limit Break in it. That would be a great question for one of the commander designers. Gavin Verhey, he's on social media all the time. You could probably ask him. Artifact, put in your hand. I am tempted to Zidane Ash here to go find another equipment. Or just gonna kill Ash. That's probably better. And then, let's see, 2, that wouldn't do much. So if I go here, Barrett would deal 2 damage. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright. Is there any info on the bonus sheet not being legal yet in Timeless? I do not know. The set was just released this morning. So that would be news to me. Alright, chat, do you want to do a draft or sealed? And we'll leave that up to you while we look at this single pack that we got. And while you're talking about that, not a question so much as passing on thanks. Was extremely happy to see the stories returning this week for Pride. Still especially happy to see Watley and Sahili's story today. Can you please pass on thanks to the team? Absolutely. And other UB releases, is it possible we may see returning stories to tide Vorthos over like this for other themes? Yeah, it's certainly possible. We also have the Magic Story podcast. All right, I like drafting. I'm going to draft. And that is often a way to tide things over. So not only did those stories return, but we did Magic Story podcasts for them. So we are trying to fill those gaps where we can. Final Fantasy IX is the best Final Fantasy. That is definitely an opinion many people hold. Okay. Ancient Copper Dragon. First pick, Ancient Copper Dragon. I don't see how we can not take Ancient Copper Dragon. With the mono art, we're locked into it. There's no other option. So, what would Ancient Copper Dragon be good in? It would be good in red decks. Okay, so red-black, we could do the Black-Red Wizards thing. Circle of Power's pretty strong. We could do red-green, Landfall. Red-green, Landfall, Saga stuff. I think so. It's either Circle of Power. Yeah, green-red, I mean this, that seems like, let's do it. Let's do green-red Landfall. Let's try it. Even if we open a Wall of Omens. Oh man, there's also a Garland. Come on. And an Emperor. Emperor doesn't cast Ancient Copper Dragon. Oh man. Let's see. If we wanted to ramp, we've got these two to stay there. Evil Reawakened, like if our Ancient Copper Dragon dies. I just want to do all the Ancient Copper Dragon stuff. Oh man, I really like Garland though. If I wanted to stay red-green, so I'm going to stay a little bit, I mean, this card's also very strong in the blue-red deck, which I also really like. Too many good options. Too many, two Garland, cool. Yeah, I mean, Chocobo Racetrack is really good in the red-green Landfall deck. I'm so indecisive here. Elder could come back around. We get red-black. I think Racetrack is stronger, so we're gonna go with that. We get a Landfall. Yeah, all right. I mean, Vane's Treachery is really strong. we're gonna go. Let's see. We got Chocobo Kick. I'm gonna take Thunder Magic. Sure. I'm gonna move Garland down here for now. Yeah, UFO is really strong with what we've got going on here. So I'm liking red-green right now. Dragon of Mount Oog. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, well, that's one of the awesome parts of this draft format. I guess the hilliest of giants. Yeah, mountain cycling. Yeah, this is one of the best parts. I love formats that have bonus sheets that are pretty available. UFO put in some good work during the pre-release. Kind of hoping that. It looks cool. Good early blocker. Lets you get some stuff down. All right. Could do that. 1/1 Death Toucher's fine. I'm actually tempted to take the town. The UFO does get to utilize some towns. And yeah, Crossroads Village. Let's just do a little bit of that. So here, there's not much for us. Maybe a Blitz Ball. I could also take this town. I'm going to take the town. Blitz Ball, it would probably play. It would probably be fairly generic ramp. Towns, there's a possibility we do some stuff with towns. We don't really have a ton. I mean, we just have the UFO with towns right now, but there's a possibility that we do a lot of stuff with towns. Yeah, Blitzball would have been my other one. Here, let's take a town greater. 100% the first time we cast this, we're gonna mill the Ancient Copper Dragon. The Gardener came back around. Well, that means we're doing it right. Doing it right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this is looking right now. I mean, technically we can play Garland. And the Chocobo Kick came back. That was unexpected. I actually think we want to venture in more town stuff. Monk's Fist we're not going to play. Not that kind of deck. If only. We're not going to play that. Let's see. Summon Fenrir is probably pick. I mean, I'd love to take this. It's gorgeous. I think it's the summon. Yeah, it's great to ramp, and also we've got Rydia here to bring it back. Double ramp. I think we got to take the Chocobo. We're a landfall deck at this point. Let's see. You could take greens to just get another landfall creature. I think that's probably it. I'm not. It's fine. This is definitely one of the decks for it, but let's see. Mill 2 cards and return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand at the beginning of your first main phase. Well, let's see. That's unlikely to happen, but I honestly think it's. I mean, it can return our Ancient Copper Dragon, but I think I'm going to take the town. Again, if we're looking for town synergies, which we might be, it's getting a little late to find towns, but Bard's Bow is fine. Blazing Bomb. I don't have a ton of non-creature spells that are gonna trigger it. I'm gonna take this on the off chance we do have enough towns and end up being able to play blue. I don't think it's amazing, but all right. So, Fat Chocobo or Chocobo Kick? How many creatures do we have? Like, how many times I mean, Chocobo Kick just seems too good. I'll look for other creatures. Fat Chocobo might even come back around. Just wondering, are all the Through the Ages cards coming to Arena? Only about 2/3 of them are there. That would be news to me if only some of them are on. I'm gonna take that because we do a little bit of ramp stuff. I'm not aware of anything having to do with some weirdness around those, but if there is, I'm sure the team will investigate. So we've got Ring or Clash. I think it's going to be Clash. Ring is good. It does, let's see. Too late. It took Clash. Took the cheaper card. I do think Ring is totally playable in a deck like this, where we're trying to cast 7s and 6s. If I get another chance for one, I'll grab it. All right, greens. I'm not getting a ton of red cards, but I don't think I'll play any. Wait a minute. It's the other half of that meld. I'm grabbing it. Not super likely right now, but maybe. Maybe. All the Through the Ages cards should be coming to Arena. Yes. Town. I'm not going to play it though. I'm just going to take this rare. Oh, we're doing it. All right. We're putting the meld pair in there, and there's another black town. All right. It's happening. Well, we're trying to make it happen. Golden Saucer's tempting. So there's not a ton in. Oh wait, I was gonna say there's not a ton in here. There's that. Yeah, we're taking that. When it's both hitting land drops and a payoff, that's gotta take it. Kafka, I can't take you. Cannot take you. No. I think what's my curve looking like? I'm gonna take this only because oh, hey, a second one. It's also Farseek. It should let me play a Swamp Anima. I mean, this is legendary, but legendary bit takes. I gotta take Newfound Adventure though. I think. Another Summon Fenrir. All right, we're doing it. Can you have a box of Final Fantasy? Sure, but you have to go buy it, unfortunately, for this conversation. Man. Alright. Yeah. Now we're gonna have too many cards. Take the ring. Probably not playing it, but alright, so am I doing this? Vigilance, Menace, Ramp, dies, short turn target, non-legend cards. Obviously very strong. Another Town Greeter. So, it's 5 lands, 25, I gotta cut 2 cards? 2 cards am I cutting? How can I cut any of these cards? I can't cut any of these cards. It's another town. I don't know if I'm playing with that one. Not sure. I'm not sure I want that many colorless lands. Like, I'm probably cutting both of those. Well, maybe I can probably play one of them. Adventures Inn seems like the thing I'd like to bounce the most, but alright, and just put those. Another greens. I don't think I'm gonna play it. So I'm gonna have to cut, and that's not even a bad card for me. Alright. I think this is a pretty solid landfall deck. We gotta cut 2 cards. Yep. We have the ability to have 4 birds in play, so we're gonna go with that. 1 swamp is correct. We got some towns. We got that. Kind of tempted to cut. Cutting the hill. I don't know if that's right. Like, realistically, if I want to make this deck streamlined, I should cut these 2 cards. This card, does it do anything? I mean, I've got some cards that return things. Mill 2 cards. I think it's, oh my gosh. I think this deck is too strong to splash. Mill 2 cards and return a permanent. But see, like, that card's fine on rate. Getting a land back. Because Town Greeter mills cards, so I kind of like Vanille. Garland could even come back. And Garland's not even a bad addition to the deck. I'm not going to do it. Okay. I got to cut 1 card. Vanille. Let's try it. Really wanted to play with Urza and Cryptic, but there's so many cards missing on Arena. Interesting. Yeah, I did not hear anything before I went on stream, but I will certainly look into it after I'm sure if that is the case, the Arena team is aware and on it, but it's always good to know. No red mana, but I got stuff to do. I got stuff. Make a bird on turn 2. Can cycle the, oh, we got the Town Greeter. Great. So we'll go greens first into probably Greeter. Go from there. Oh, this is like a full-on, oh man. They are full-on towns. Oh, boo. That hurt. Okay, Greeter. Of course, the ancient copper dragon's in the graveyard now. Who was it that cut that returned permanent from the graveyard? Terrible. Traveling Chocobo, yeah, they're doing the thing we were going to do. So, deck. Let's attack. Great. We got in at cheeky damage. Alright, we're going to do this. Get a little poke and gain some life. And play Gardener. And then go from there. I'm loath to Forest Cycle this when I'm sitting at 5 mana. Do you recommend best of 1 or best of 3 for a newish player? For a newish player, I recommend best of 1. It takes out the complexity of sideboarding. The games are faster, so you get more repetition in. So I would say best of 1. Best of 3 is an additional skill. Sideboarding, drafting for sideboards is an additional skill. So I would say best of 1 for a newer player. Now, can't attack with that. I don't want... I'm going to let it rest for it. I don't want to spend my entire turn on that. So I'm going to cast 6/6. I was thinking about Thunder Magic on the Traveling Chocobo, but that doesn't seem correct. Greeter, get their own greens. Yeah, so they've got they didn't play it. Why didn't they play it? That to me says that they've got a something they want to cast for 4 mana. What are they holding for 4 mana? Okay. What I really want to do is I'm just gonna cast this. They don't have blue mana up. 7/7 Trampler seems really good, so I'm going to cast that. This set has turned out to be a lot of fun for Standard despite me not knowing any of the Final Fantasy world building, so kudos. Totally agree. Heartless Evolution, nice. Nice. 3 stun counters. It's going to cost, I can kill that. Which is great. Stun the big thing. Can't imagine what else. Do that. Alright, so we're not landfalling right now, so we're gonna choose this and kill that. Yep. Attack with this. We got this, we can get some landfall going, we can cast this, we've got a fight spell. Kind of surprised they haven't played that yet. Mega Harvester is one of the better payoffs here, but I think we were able to navigate that pretty well. Alright. I think I'm going to do this. Okay. Alright, that trade's fine. And we're gonna fight here. Play this. Oh, do I have any? I do. Cool. So next turn I'll get to do that. Do I want to yeah, sure, why not? And greens. Great. And then next turn I get to bring back Fenrir. Affinity for Towns. Draw 4 cards. Good for them. Your card. Okay, I mean it's big, but it's fine. Alright, if I bring this back now, great. Choose with an additional +1/+1 counter, draw a card if you control the greatest power. Which I would do. That's fine. It doesn't do anything amazing. So I think what I'd rather do is just get some greens and pass turn. And then next turn I'll have the 7/7 up and ready to go. We'll go from there. Let's see, one last reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip it to attacking. Well, that's worrying. Terrifying. Oh, yup. Okay, yep. Not great for me. I mean, I can just, like, it's actually not that bad. Because I get to do this. Wait, what? Does that have ward? Ward 2. And I draw a card. Will there be Final Fantasy Alchemy? I don't actually know the answer to that. What's on tap for the next few weeks of Weekly MTG? We are heading into MagicCon season, so next week we are going to be have Rich Hagon and Cedric Phillips on to talk all about the upcoming Pro Tour. So we're going to have we're going to spend a lot of time talking about that. Of course, I get that. And we're going to talk about Standard. We're going to talk about Limited. So next week's going to be our Pro Tour preview. The week after MagicCon, we're going to be off. So nothing then. And then after that is the first week in July and a little TBD. And then we move into Edge of Eternities. That's in like a month or so. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Okay. Their deck's cool. Summon Leviathan definitely got me. Oh man. Another one of those. They only have 4 cards left in their deck. Okay. That might be our new victory condition. Speeds up the clock if you take a land. Okay, you didn't. Alright. I am still not in a good spot, but there's a path here. Okay. Here is part of that path. No attacks. Don't think we're going to win this one, and I kind of want to get another game in. Alright, we're going to go to my draw step, check that. Eee, I'm going all in. Oops, wrong one. 5, 4, and I'm going to go to the draw step. We'll check it there. And yeah, we're unlikely to win. Alright. We did. Let's try to get one more in before the end of the show. Yeah, as I was saying, next week's going to be our Pro Tour preview. Rich Hagan, Cedric Phillips are going to be joining us. It's going to be a good time. Pro Tour is going to be really exciting. Yeah, we've only got time for one more game, and that game went a while. We are gonna do the fun thing. You and you. And we're gonna cut a down greeter and the greens. Yeah. That is what we're doing. We need a swamp in here instead of a mountain. Yeah. Alright. Might as well do the fun thing while we've got just a fun amount of time left. Not bad. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. So we got some greens. We got a little bit of removal. We now have our splash color. Ooh, nice. Okay, so if we're doing that now, we're going to do that. Seems like a waste, but let's be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Yeah, because this chocobo is going to get bigger. We might as well just try to get in some attacks. Okay. That, unfortunately, does not let me attack. Alright, no attacks. So it's going to create Dark Star. Question is, do I block with my choco? Never casting this. Never casting my dragon. Okay. We just keep doing this. No attacks yet. Love a summon Fenrir. But I'm not winning. Okay. Just as my Saz's Chocobo is just going to hold down the fort. Next turn I can cast some greens again, I guess. No. Oh, Who knew that doing nothing for 8 turns except dropping lands was going to hurt me? Boy, this is not going well. We're gonna make another Chocobo. I mean, I'll double block Rufus. I'm not winning this any other way. They're going to tap. I think that's why they're... No blocks. I'm getting crushed. And this is going to be the... Oh my gosh. Alright. Alright. We got 4 minutes. Let's see what we can do. That was disappointing. No, I did not. I drew all the lands. One more try. I know, I was excited about having an early Saz's Chocobo, and it went nowhere. It went nowhere. Alright, let's see. Alright, here we go. This hand's great. If this hand doesn't win, then this deck deserves to go 0-3. I don't need that. Cool. I'm not kicking yet. That thing just doesn't matter right now. Plus, I'll probably want to bounce something. Find out. Oh, come on. Let me have my fun. Heard on Secret Lair, we know that that was a frustrating experience for a lot of people yesterday. Let's discard a land. Oh, cool. Let's just attack here. Hey, maybe we'll get to meld before the stream's over. It'll be our one little victory. Man, I could exile too. Little bird. Little bird's so good. That's fine. You can attack with that. That's great. Attack. I don't want to block it anyway. Get Menace. No blocks. No blocks. Alright, we're going to do this. I will discard a card. I will deals damage. I've already got a land. No. We're gonna kick with kicker. Reason I'm doing this is I'm gonna get more. I'm probably trying to end the game before I flash this back, and so more cards to discard to Rydia are good. Gaining some life lets me race. Oh, or I'm just dead. Or I am just dead. Man. Just not our stream. That was just crushed. Followed by a Captain Land Restore. All right, I gotta hope this T-Rexar is good. Otherwise, that's all she wrote. Yep, my turn. Hey, I don't want those lands now. If they kill this, we're dead. We're just super dead. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Kind of knew this. I don't know how to build multiplying deck. I see most people very fast. I just put too many cards in one deck. When you're starting out, especially, putting too many cards in a deck is very common. And you just kind of learn. You learn what's good and what's not, and you go from there. I can't attack. It's not going to go well for me. Trade with Barrett. Okay. That's fine. Don't think that changes anything. I'm not attacking anytime soon, but if I get Vanille, maybe I have a shot here. Maybe that's my out. Vanille, get back Fang. Cool. Love it. Do it. That's pretty good. I think if I bear it, get that out of the way. I'm gonna hold this land drop. I don't have a need for it. I'm at 7. All right, we are just about finished. So thank you for tuning in. We will finish this game, but then we're gonna bounce. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, Cedric Phillips and Rich Hagan are going to be on the stream. We're going to talk about Standard. We're going to talk about Limited. We're going to talk about the Pro Tour that is coming up and happening at MagicCon Las Vegas. MagicCon Las Vegas, of course, takes place the weekend of the 21st. And I'm doing it. I'm gonna get blown out by something here. It's fine. Stream's gotta end sometime. Yep, there it is. So, and we're dead. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week with a preview of the Pro Tour.